the sideline reporter for the Boston Celtics, she is outraged over the fact of what happened to the women in this whole story and how they were blamed for everything that has happened, and the women are being victimized. The internet is throwing their names around, and somehow this is the fault of the Boston Celtics. And they should have protected them. Let's listen to the sideline reporter who's paid and hired by the Boston Celtics themselves, who believes she has this job because of her talents, her skill, and her hard work, and not her bra size. Like, she just wore this green dress because she felt like wearing green that day. Not the Boston Celtics had anything to do with it. She just felt like wearing green that day. That's what we're supposed to believe. But anyway, let's listen to what she had to say.
I'd be doing everyone and every female in the Celtics organization a disservice if I didn't step up on this. The last few days have been very hard in terms of emotions, ranging not only from heartbreak, sadness, defeat at sometimes, and anger and humiliation. Social media felt that it was completely fine to take innocent people's names in our organization and their personal photos and put them out there for speculation. That damages careers, that damages reputations. And every woman in this organization has worked extremely hard to get where she is at, and she deserves and has earned everything that she has right now. I'm saying for things in the Celtics and what we're doing moving forward, things do need to change. You need to stand up, support us, and hear us.
Oh, we need to stand up, support us, and hear us. Now this has turned into a woman's movement. They have spun this to a woman's movement, and it's all about these women being victimized. It literally was about 15 seconds of fame. She's spinning this to play victim. Wow. What a surprise. So somebody who has nothing to do with the situation spins it to make them part of the situation, because social media started grabbing not just her picture, but all the other girls. Do you see the sisters come out talking about this? They put her photos out. They had the sisters' photos. She was the only one. Once the photo hit her and she was outraged, that's when Brad Stevens came in there and got all emotional, which is bull-it to me, at the presser. You see? I was just telling y'all about that. And you see what they did? They didn't waste no time. None whatsoever. She came right in playing the victim card while being hired by the Boston Celtics, tries to start a female woman's movement. Unbelievable. She made it all about her. In just that short period of time, it became her story. She's a victim because social media took her picture and posted it and was blowing her name up and accusing her, and now lives and futures are destroyed because of this. Oh my God, and I worked so hard to get to this position of being a sideline reporter. I've worked my butt off to get here. I really believe you worked your butt off. Where you put that work in at, that's the question still remains. But if you think that you got this position because of how great you are on the microphone, the person that hired you, yeah, I don't think that's what they had in mind when they hired you to be the sideline reporter. You was there to be the eye candy. There's a certain requirement that comes along with that job that's unspoken. But she's the victim. And this whole mess that she has nothing to do with, the story needs to be about her and the women that works there. They need to be protected. Huh? Huh? Wow. That's how you got it. That's why you got these still shots over here. Because these still shots just show and just highlight your talents. Let's listen again.
Celtics organization a disservice if I didn't step up on this. The last few days have been very hard in terms of emotions, ranging not only from heartbreak, sadness, defeat at sometimes, and anger and humiliation. Social media felt that it was completely fine to take innocent people's names in our organization and their personal photos and put them out there for speculation. That damages careers, that damages reputations. And every woman in this organization has worked extremely hard to get where she is at, and she deserves and has earned everything that she has right now. I'm saying for things in the Celtics and what we're doing moving forward, things do need to change. You need to stand up, support us, and hear us.
As ugly.
Unbelievable. We need to stand up and support them. Go ahead, Amanda. I'm telling you, these Amandas are something, boy. Amanda Fullgrad. Hit the like button for the for the victim here. So she's speaking up for everybody else. You notice the sister never said nothing. Nobody said nothing except for her. She the only one that went crazy. Why is that? Why wouldn't they suspect you? You the one that did a lot of interviews with M.A. Udoka. Post-game interviews. Why wouldn't they suspect you? You probably was first on the list. I mean, you only had scrutiny for what, a day? Because the next day, people pretty much knew everything by the next day or who the hell it was. So nobody was posting about you after that. Why are you still playing this victim card? That's the biggest question. Why are you still in victim mode? Sit down, Goldie Pond. That's what I'm saying. Why are you still in victim mode? This woman is still playing the role of victim. For what? She wants her highlight. She wants her fame. She's trying to lead a campaign to lead women's rights. She want to talk about change. We need to change in this organization. Oh, we need to change like you change? Huh? Let's talk about the way she changed. Look at that. See our nose then? You see, that's her original nose she was born with. Okay, let's talk about change.
And every
Look at the nose you got now. That don't look like, it looked like they took your nose and they squeezed it up to the middle. So yes, you worked extremely hard. You worked extremely hard to get to that sideline. No nose job. You did a lot to highlight your features. Oh, these are your stills you sent in? Oh, how nice and cute. That really highlights what your talents are. You wanted to play victim. You wanted to be a victim. Fine. Let's do it. You wanted to be part of the story. You want to make a women's right campaign movement as if this is an attack on women. Fine. But don't act like your tits and ass didn't get you this job. And it was just your skills. We don't believe you. Yeah, exactly.
organization a disservice if I didn't step up on this. The last few days have been very hard in terms of emotions, ranging not only from heartbreak, sadness, defeat at sometimes, and anger and humiliation. Social media felt that it was completely fine to take innocent people's names in our organization and their personal photos and put them out there for speculation. That damages careers, that damages reputations. And every woman in this organization has worked extremely hard to get where she is at, and she deserves and has earned everything that she has right now. I'm saying for things in the Celtics and what we're doing moving forward, things do need to change. You need to stand up, support us, and hear us.
Oh, we need to support you and hear you. Oh, we heard you. We heard you loud and clear. Now hear me. Get your entitled ass the F out of here. If you didn't sleep with inmate Udoka, shut the hell up and move the hell on. You have nothing to do with the story then. Nobody's talking about you no more. So what do you mean trying to call out a woman's movement? And who told you to speak for them? The other girls did not ask you, Miss Nosejob, to speak for them. Nobody asked for old Nosejob to go represent them. Social media, they can't control social media. What you want the Boston Celtics to do? Go on Twitter and start banning people who take your photos and put them on the internet and make up their own personal theories? First off, she said affects business relationships and speculation. Social media does that. If anybody goes to social media and uses that as they reference of hiring you and firing you, saying, well, social media said you a come drinking whore. So I don't know. B925 all-nighter said that, he don't trust you. I was on his Twitter last night. Exactly. What do she want? What support do you want? You are a sideline reporter. You report what goes on the sidelines. You're a sideline piece. And what? This is gonna hurt your marriage? All you do is tell them, it's not me. I'm not the one. I'm quite sure your husband's gonna know that it wasn't you. If you told him it wasn't you and you're not the one in there, you don't know why your name was drugged through the scandal. But people know now. It's all over social media. Y'all leaked it out to social media who the real person was. And basically all the information has been leaked online. So they already know it isn't you. So what do you want them to do to protect you? Huh? Just more BS. Ain't nobody gonna use social media to judge your performance. You already have your job. Only thing you could do is talk yourself out your sideline job. You're trying to lobby for women's rights. What, you want to get a times out, times up pen? And this type of abuse, dragging women's names, us women, we worked hard to get to this position. And it's like, yeah, right. No one's there because of the way you could put a period and a comma anywhere. No one's listening to you for that. So sorry, you wasn't selling and promoting nothing but yourself. See? That's all she's promoting is her look. So she's plain outraged. Everybody else didn't even give in to it. The sister that was thrown around, they put her name out there. But it's always about the woman. What about the players who were accused of going up and telling on the coach? Nobody's complained about that. You don't see them going out, I don't feel safe. The way my name was thrown around and how our names was thrown around. Right, she's jockeying for her name to be out there to get attention. No, she's another entitled, I feel like a princess, so I'm a princess type girl. This is what they do. They play victim. They play look at me, crying and whining all the time. This is what they do. Oh, definitely hit the like button. Support the page. The Cash App is Carcino. Carcino for life on the Patreon. They never wanted it. They didn't. They never wanted this situation to appear the way it is. She tried to milk it and get her 5 seconds of fame. So, okay, I'm going to give it to you, clout chasing woman. You wanted everybody to use your face. You were glad they posted your face up on all this stuff, and you were trending. And you were like, oh, wow, I'm trending. You wanted to be looked at as the cute girl until it didn't fit you anymore. It was embarrassing because your friends is like, oh, my God, they're throwing your name around. So she's mad. They're you making me look bad. I'm married and happy to my husband. Yeah, well, don't see it. You know what I see? Another useless woman who wants to get by on her tits, who's trying to pretend as if She's got skills in trying to get by that way. That's what I see. I don't see trying to stick up for women's rights. No, you don't. You just want to use that to highlight yourself. It's pathetic. What could the Celtics have done to protect you? They should have just leaked everything out. Yeah, they should have, for the people that was involved, for the parties that was involved in the situation. It should have been resolved. It shouldn't be like still lingering while this is going on. The timing was bad because camp is getting ready to start, which is just started now. So they had to move fast. And they wasted a lot of time moving the way they did. So it's more than I don't like this woman. It's more like I don't like this woman and what she's trying to do. She's trying to paint a narrative that didn't exist before. Now she's trying to make it exist now. I know she's gonna wind up firing herself. And then it's really gonna be a woman's movement. Yeah. Let's take a look. What'd she say exactly? As a female of the Celtics organization, watching these last few days unfold has been heartbreaking. Seeing uninvolved people's name thrown around in the media, including mine, with such carelessness is disgusting. This is a step backwards for women in sports who have worked hard to prove themselves in an industry they deserve to be in. Mm, mm, mm. First of all, she said media. Okay, who in the media has involved your name? Your name was not thrown around in media. Your name was thrown around in social media. Social media and media is not the same. You should know that. You're a sideline reporter, right? And saying, oh, it is so disgusting. Well, take that up with Twitter. The Boston Celtics does not own Twitter. What do you want them to do? They can't control what people do on social media. No one mentioned your name in the media. Your name, your photo, nothing about you in the media was thrown around. Not one thing. You are just trying to find a way to keep yourself attached to a situation that doesn't concern you. So it's not a step backwards for women in sports. You're just trying to play victim. All this situation in details is you trying to play victim. That's what they do. Look at that. See the black woman here? She ain't said one word. But you wake up out of bed, just grab it, go on into work all nice and dirty, and here come old Brad.
Celtics organization for not dealing with the rumors and protecting all of their women from speculation by bare minimum sharing the name of the woman who was accused. We have.
Yep.
go permanent. Do you think the players were blindsided by the suspension or by the affair?
I like that.
Statement 3 days ago, which said, as a female of this.
Yep. You said lack of seasoning, like some eggs with no yolk. No, it's just that they didn't have the sister's picture was thrown around. Her picture was thrown around before anybody. Now, how many of y'all done seen this woman picture? I seen her picture more than I seen the other picture with the white girl. I seen this sister picture more than anybody. And all she said was one statement, that is not me. It was not me. Sorry, but wasn't me. And Mark Spears said, for those who are speculating and curious about the Celtics situation, Vice President of Players Development and Organization Growth, Allison Feaster, is not involved in this. Mark Spears reported that. And she said, sorry, it wasn't me. So her picture was thrown around more than anybody else I've seen. This white girl all of a sudden wants to take claim for everything. Because when it first broke out, her picture was everywhere. They never thought he was going with the white girl. They thought it was her. Nobody thought it was the blonde there. She was just thrown in there too. Everyone thought it was this Allison Feaster girl. Direct to your pizza to Allison Feaster. That's who they thought it was. Nobody was thinking about her until later. And then it was what, a day? No one cares. Then Brad Stevens comes out, and the way our women in the organization was thrown around, you only did that when the white girl said something. You had nothing to say when it was anybody else. Right. The person who it was, the Celtics made a big mistake in the way they handled things, but you are the minimal you are the minimal piece of any of this. You ain't thought about Nia Long, the fiance of Ime Udoka. The Celtics organization ain't thought about her and what she was going through in the situation. They worried about staff. She wants subs. Well, she better go to a damn submarine restaurant. Go to a sub shop and get her a sub. So, here's the thing that was crazy. After the Celtics learned of the affair, she still helped Nia Long's wife on her move to Boston. After the Celtics learned about everything, she went back to work. No, that's the ladder I gotta use to change the light bulbs in here, in the ceiling. I had to change one of the light bulbs. Well, people are gonna realize that Malika Andrews is already putting herself out there on the stage to be the what they could say the face of all of this that's bad in the entire sports announcing world. But see, here's the problem: it makes her bigger. People are gonna throw her name around in outrage, but it makes her bigger. Oh yeah, of course. Because see, Brad Stevens, the thing about it is he loves the coach. He's just not able to connect with the younger players. He can't coach these group of people and get them to buy in to his style of play, which is defense first, and he can't resonate like M.A. Udoka can. They're gonna. That's why they kept Mazzullo because Mazzullo still coaches the same way that he knows pretty much how Udoka was going to do it, but we're going to see down the stretch about the adjustments that was made and how they move going forward. A man gonna do what a man wants to do. I don't know. Does he survive this to coach in the NBA again? I don't think so. I think he just threw all of it away. And he'll be coaching probably college or somewhere overseas, but he definitely ain't finna coach in the NBA for a long time. Yeah, he's getting fired. There's no doubt he's getting fired. The Boston Celtics, it's just they want things to calm down before they let him go. But somebody like Matt Barnes should have never been speaking on him in the first place. But we'll talk about that later. Because I tried to refrain from using anything about Matt Barnes because of his stupidity, but then he just went on DJ Vlad. So now that's it. Now I gotta let him have it. You know, I wasn't gonna say nothing, but I'm gonna let him have it. So, yep, that'll be later. What's up, Fred? Yep, so let me go ahead and get situated. I'll hit y'all back later. One.